Alright, welcome back YouTube to episode 5 of the Wizard 101 Fire walkthrough. Today we are going to be doing Colossus Boulevard, but we're going to stop by at the fire school first. Get our level 10 spell from our teacher, the Sunbird. 295 damage to 355. Very nice. Definitely going to be putting this in ASAP. I think one copy will be good for now. But let us head on over to the shopping district. It is raining outside my window right now. Very hard. Also, I'm very sorry about the previous episode. As soon as I stopped recording, I watched a little bit of it, and immediately saw there was a problem with the dialogue. But in this episode, it should be fixed. Hopefully that will not happen again.
Thank goodness the headmaster sent a wizard to aid us. We could really use your help. Strange creatures have taken over Colossus Boulevard. We don't know where they came from, but they eat everything in sight. We call them gobblers. I admire you wizards. My niece studies ice magic at Ravenwood, but I'm worried about her. She said she was doing some school project on Colossus Boulevard, but I don't know why she has to do it now. Would you go speak to her and see if she needs any help? Her name is Mindy Pixie Crown.
Will do.
Beware, young wizard. The street you now have access to contains battles which are handled a little differently. There can be more opponents at one time compared to the amount of players participating in the battle. Be very careful.
There you go. He was pretty much saying what I was talking about last episode. There's going to be 2 people per battle now, but should be no problem for us. Go see what Mindy wants to talk about.
That's so sweet of my uncle to send you. I'm so glad you came too. I've been doing some ice research for Professor Greyrose, but I had to stop. I really need your help. This is horrible! First the gobblers showed up and started eating everything in sight, and then these evil snowmen? They're all over the place! We must get rid of them, but there are so many! Hey, I know! Why don't you defeat some of them and see if that will chase the rest away?
Do your dirty work for you, lady. Here we go, our first 2v1 from now on. Got a little bit more health than the other guys, but we should be alright. They both pass. We're scared. Yeah, we should. No worries, we'll just sunbird you. Do you even more damage. And we got a power pit. First look, casting our very own Sunbird. And it does not fizzle. Did even more damage because of the boost. So whenever we're fighting some ice enemy, we'll be dealing more damage, called a boost. And if they were to attack us, or if an ice wizard were to attack a fire enemy, they would boost as well. And the other schools that do that is Storm and Myth. They both boost off each other. And then Life and Death, they'll also boost off each other. And then Balance is I don't know how to explain it, but it kind of depends on the enemy. Sometimes they'll boost, other times you'll just not get lucky. But we might boost off of these guys, never know. Worst case, I don't think we'll even need it. But probably should have got a health wisp before we just barged in here. Probably be alright though. As long as we take one of them out pretty quickly. Not if we fizzle though. Just fire off one. And then we'll probably be able to sunbird after that. Getting a little low. Our 2 health wisps around. If you find yourself struggling and you're new to the game, I would recommend a Death Wizard. Because most of their spells will heal back half the amount of damage you just dealt. And it's pretty hard to die on a death. They are also pretty fun to play. But I already have a death. He's around level 80 or so. Nearing the level 100 mark.
Well, that didn't seem to make a dent in those gobblers at all. They're still eating the city. Go speak with Professor Greyrose. Maybe she will know what to do. I'll try to keep their damage to a minimum.
Talk to Lydia. She's a cute little fairy. Little fairy grandmother. Like, kinda. So tiny. There she is. Oh, she's zooming around. So happy.
Oh dear, I was afraid of that. It was an accident. I didn't mean to summon those gobblers, and those evil snowmen aren't doing a thing to help. They're actually causing more trouble. The biggest problem with gobblers is that they're always hungry. Let's try brewing a potion to make them lose their appetite. The snowmen we'll deal with later. Here is a list of ingredients for the potion. Take it back to Minty Pixie Crown on Colossus Boulevard.
Head back with that potion.
A magic potion? Excellent idea! I'll begin working on this list she gave us. I'll set up the cauldron for the potion here. Can you get the first ingredient? It's called stinkweed. You can find that growing right here in Colossus Boulevard. Go gather some for me.
Stinkweed. Go to the yellow teleport. Some close by. Last in this world. I'll be making a guide of where they all are at the end of the episode, so stay for that if you're curious where everybody's at. And we got bold. Alright, here's our second stinkweed. And we just need one more. One over here. See one. to Mindy. Give her the stinkweed. Or do what she's gotta do.
Whew! This stinkweed really does stink. I know I've lost my appetite. That's all I need. I'll brew the potion now. Here's the first batch of potion, young wizard. Hopefully this will make the gobblers stop eating. While I'm making more, go beat some gobblers in combat and make them drink the stinkweed potion.
More goblins. Become even stinkier. It is really coming down outside. Fire elf. And if we get another power pit, probably just take this guy out. Over the past few days, we've been having a couple tornadoes up here. One was pretty close last night, about 10 miles away from me. Could have been bad. But thankfully everyone's okay. Might have to wand hit this guy. Just to take him out a little bit quicker. The dot doesn't kill him. But yep. Good decision to wand hit just in case. Active.
All done? Excellent. Let's see if the potion had any effect. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say the potion didn't quite work. I don't want to bother the headmaster. I know. The Gobbler King lives in the large palace at the very end of the street. Maybe we can reason with him. I'll try to brew a stronger potion. See if you can make a deal with the Gobbler King to stop eating and leave the city.
I don't know if he's gonna accept the deal, but always give it a shot. Seems like a big boy. Is nutritional calories per day.
You'll have to get past me if you want to see the king.
He's rotund. Right. I think we should be good here. We got this steel charm last episode. Pretty much what that means is if one of them have a blade or somewhat up, we can just take it right off of them for 1 pip, and then we can use it for ourselves. Not too necessary, but cool card to have. Fire blade. Not gonna enchant it yet. Then we'll take out the minion first, like usual. Or that little blade right there. If I were to have the steel charm in, I could steal it from him. Have a plus 25 as well as the plus 35. But we do enough damage already as it is, so we're good. he'll be gone. Now we just start getting ready to take on the boss. So we wait one more round for our Sunbird. See how much damage that does. Might even get a crit off of him. No crit, but very good damage nonetheless. Just one wand hit away. Prince will be no more. And we crit on that. That's fine. A myth. Can't use that. Doesn't even fit in the whole screen.
A tiny wizard. Hello, tiny wizard. Have you come to surrender your city? You want us to leave? Oh no! No, no, no! My people love it here. We shall call this city New Gobblerton. If you prove to be good servants, perhaps we shall let the tiny wizard stay in New Gobblerton. Here is my royal decree.
You pick up the royal decree to take back to Mindy Pixie Crown.
Mindy.
The Gobbler King wants us to surrender Wizard City? Big problem. Big problem. I can't believe the Gobblers are trying to claim Wizard City. We need to tell Headmaster Ambrose. Take the Gobbler King's royal decree to Headmaster Ambrose. See what he thinks we should do.
See what the goat has to say about this decree.
What? This decree doesn't even make sense. It's just pictures of ice cream and chickens drawn in crayon.
Headmaster Ambrose shakes his head sadly.
The gobblers may be a larger problem than we realized. I hate to ask, but you need to go duel some of them to test their strength.
Gonna defeat 2 Gobbler Dwarves. I believe those are a different variety of the Gobblers than the ones we've been fighting. Yep. I think we can just walk down the street. Won't need a teleport. Worst case, pick up a health wisp on the way. And here we are. Rank 2 Elite. Still not good enough to defeat me, though. Just throw it up on you. That's wonderful. Back for round 2. The second guy ought to be gone by the next round. We can just worry about this one. Yep, there it goes. And we'll blade up. If we get a power pip, we'll probably use that to cast a sunbird. But we do not. We'll just do fire elf again. And we fizzle. Now we do have the opportunity to sunbird. Now we gotta defeat Glutton Puncher. Guys are just a little bit farther down the street. Probably gonna have some more health. Here are the munchers. Red gobblers. We'll be boosting off these guys since they're ice. No blade to start with. Might as well just cast a wand hit. 9 extra damage due to the boost. Chant that. Take this guy out. Psych. And he. Not him. Not power. Take this guy out first still. Crit. The one tap. And we don't even need a blade. We'll just hit again. This guy should be gone too. Alright. Now just one more variety of the gobblers. Glutton. That should be pretty easy too. Range of 95 health. Oh. Dang. Might as well just waste our blade. Just hit him with a wand hit. Rather than losing some pips and not doing nearly as much damage as it would. We'll just sunbird that guy. A power pip as well. So we'll remove that one. And we can fire elf him to death. Good thing about damage over times as well is if they were to cast a fire shield, this would just take it off automatically during the damage over time phases. It would deal less damage, obviously, but it'd be better than me casting a Firebird or Sunbird and then trying to do a lot of damage. Do that. There you go. Talk tomorrow. Ever are in dire need of mana? The shopping district always has a lot in there.
Good. Now that we know how strong the gobblers are, I have a plan. Please deliver this letter to Mindy Pixie Crown for me. Your hard work will pay off, I promise.
Headmaster Ambrose hands you an official-looking document.
We're actually gonna go do that real quick. That way we don't have to sip a potion. And everywhere around here. Now we can just teleport back to her. Pretty much full on mana again.
Mindy Pixie Crown reads the official-looking document.
I think this plan will work. This plan calls for challenging the Gobbler King's two closest advisors, Baron Greebly and Baron Rotunda. Dueling isn't my strength, so you're the only one who can do this, young wizard. They're each hiding out in towers, one at each end of the street. Defeat them and see what the Gobbler King has to say then.
When we level up. So getting all that mana was kind of worthless, but nonetheless, good little tip. Go to the shopping district if you're low on mana. Once you level up, all your bars over here will be refilled. Pretty clutch.
Is it time for dinner yet? You look like you'd make a good stew. Get over here.
So put in another sun. Just from here on out. That way we have two, just in case we need an extra. Might just double wand hit this guy. And see what else we need, boss. My blade up once and Sunbird. Probably take him out in one shot. I think that's our 5th critical overall so far. We're gonna get him out, only being level 11. And escape. Hit me. Oh yeah, one-shotted. Now we just gotta take out the other advisor. Close to the yellow. Got a wooden chest on the way. Helpless. One health. Good. No worries about dying in here.
You've come to take away my treats? I can't allow that. To battle!
Let's hope they don't put any fire shields up. And there's one already. Awesome. I just try and take him out. The other dude has the fire shield on. Got a power pip. Should boost as well. Oh yeah. It was the wrong person to shield, buddy. Say bye to that. And he just cast another one. That's all. School of Ice, primarily. They're pretty weak doing damage, but they do have a lot of shields. They'll always be trying to protect themselves. They do have the most amount of health as well, usually. Either them or a life, but probably be able to take them out. But they're primarily more of a tank class rather than a DPS class. They just try and survive throughout the battles. Looks pretty cool. Now I get to talk to the Gobbler King again. At his demands or not. I don't think we'll have to fight him again. Hopefully not. Or that was the prince. Should be out of the way. And nope, we're gonna have to fight. Probably make a cut right here, and back when we talk to Gobbler King. Alright, and we're back. Made it through the prince again. Now it's time to talk to the Gobbler King.
Ah, the little wizard is back. Are you ready to surrender now?
You tell the Gobbler King about your battles with Barons Greebly and Rotunda.
What? You defeated them? I find that hard to believe. I'll have to send someone to find out if what you say is true or not.
Just as the Gobbler King is getting ready to call, a messenger breaks into the room.
Sir, the two barons have been defeated by a student wizard. What shall we do?
Toady.
Oh dear, what you said is true. Then that means New Gobblerton, Wizard City, is yours. Spare me and my people, wizard. We mean you no harm. I ask that we are allowed to stay here. Our old home was filled with witches, and we are too scared to go back. I promise we will not eat so much. You have my word.
As usual. Alright. Go talk to Mindy.
Amazing, young wizard. You have brought peace with the gobblers. You've done a great job. Be sure to tell Headmaster Ambrose what the Gobbler King said. Now I can get back to my project.
Like this street. Finish. But if you're near Mindy, actually come over here. Little house. a spell trainer. So you can get a life trap here, level 10, but around level 22, other spells. The dispel means that you can cast this on an enemy, and the next, since we're fire, we'll be getting this one for free. If they try and cast a fire spell, it will automatically make it fizzle, and then they'll have to wait another round to cast a fire spell. But we don't need the life trap necessarily. We might come back here around level 20 and get the reshuffle spell. That is just how it sounds. You'll reshuffle all your cards back into your deck, and you won't be hesitant about having to flee the battle. Pretty clutch. I usually rock it sometimes if I'm using a deck with not too many cards. That way it's not all cluttered.
My plan worked. Oh, that's excellent news.
You tell Headmaster Ambrose what the Gobbler King said about their home world.
My. I certainly don't want to force them to go back to a world where they aren't welcome. Very well. We will let them stay on Colossus Boulevard. It appears we have new neighbors.
Here we go. Figured out. Colossus Boulevard. Got everything down there. Almost the exact same previous one we just got. But from now on, what I'm about to do, I'm about to give y'all a little guide on where all the smiths are. I'll be making little cuts here and there. That way it doesn't take up too much of y'all's time. But the first one we'll go over here is in Gollum Court, not too far away. Just come by these, the fairgrounds, into Gollum Court. And he should be behind this tree. Yep. He is. Just go up to him. Once you hear that little jingle that says goal complete, you're good. You can just head to the next one. Alright. And the next one we've got to go to is in the Commons. So once you come out of Gollum Court and you see the fairgrounds, just come back in here. And he's over in this direction. Pick him up and you're good to go to the next one. This potion vendor, if you're ever running low on your potion right here, and just come back to her, fill a potion, and it'll cost some gold, but you'll be able to go get a potion that way, or you can come over here to the mini games, do a couple mini games, and then your potion will refill as well. Which is pretty neat. Sabrina, she also gives out some shields. We'll get the fire one for free. But if you're ever doing a hard boss fight or dungeon maybe, and you have some training points to spare, get some extra shields for the other schools, which is pretty nifty. Alright. Next we're going to the Ravenwood Smith, and he's right by the Myth School. There'll be a little tree back here, and he's just sitting by it. Go up to him, pick him up. Good to go on to the next one. Alright. Now we're looking for the Shopping District Smith. Come by the Athame and Robe Shop. Take an immediate right up behind these shops. He's over here sitting in the back next to a tree again. Pick him up, and then you're ready for the next one. Alright. For the next Smith and Unicorn Way, you head to Lady Oriel's hedge maze over there. And then you come back out, sitting on the right. Pick him up, and you're ready for the next one. Alright, for the next smith in Old Town, come to the bazaar. Old Town Smith. And he's just sitting outside. Pick him up, and you're good to go. For the Cyclops Lane Smith, come over to where all the students are hanging out. Go behind them. He, once again, is also hanging out by a tree. Pick him up. Good. For the Triton Avenue Smith, you want to come over to this bridge, and then instead of going to Upper Triton, take a left, and he should be behind these rocks. And head to your next one. For the Firecat Alley Smith, you come over here to Fire Globe Theater. There should be a teleport. And then he's just over here, a little ways away. Pick him up. And once again, you're good to go. Alright. For the final Smith in Colossus Boulevard, come over to where the King Gobbler is. Should be a teleport over here as well. Oop. And he should be right here. That should be all the quests, or all the Smiths for Prospector Zeke. And then once you're done with all of them, you can just pick them up and turn in the quest. We're going to go ahead and turn these in. Prospector Zeke and see what he's got to say.
Well, tarnation, you found them all! I'll find a good home for them, don't you worry. Here's a little reward for helping me out. You more than deserve it for all your assistance. Look me up, you ever wandered the spiral.
Got some XP, gold, and our training point. And we also got a badge. Find all the Smiths. Wizard City Explorer. Look at us go. Well, that'll be it for me today. Thank y'all for watching. Hope to see y'all next time. Please consider leaving a like, comment, and subscribing.